Overcoming adversity was something that was repeated in every locker room that I'd ever been in. I was fortunate to work in hockey, both in the front office and as a coach of high school and youth teams. I repeated that statement so many times to our players and employees. And in the sports world, it's what just helps build champions. Another thing is shake it off and get back out there. Uh, we always taught as a coach or as a front office person there was a difference between being hurt and being injured. If you're hurt basically because the season is long and you're hurt from the first day of the season like every other player. Injured, you're under the knife, you have to go through rehab and you're not contributing to the team. So as a coach to our teams, I took very seriously talking about these life lessons to kids and talking about things that were inside the rink, but could be also used in their life battles and life challenges. I didn't foresee my own journey leading me to a crossroads that had me questioning my own value to my family and to the world. Sports was my entire focus growing up and my activities. Ball was my first words I ever said. My grandmother, 70 years old, chased me around the backyard playing baseball in a hot, sweltering day and said she needed a rest. And my 5-year-old self said, fine, then just go home. I don't need you. So it really was my whole focus. And when I first became sick is the wrong word, but when I first was diagnosed with AS plus three other autoimmune diseases, I was kind of challenged myself in overcoming that adversity. Uh, in sports world, injuries and surgeries are common. And I thought when I was told that I had to have my first cervical spine surgery, I was thought that I'd be okay. I'd just shake it off and get right back to work after the surgery and be like my pre-surgery self. That didn't happen. I was told to take 2 weeks off. I wanted to get back to work and contribute. I took 3 days off. The doctors said I needed another surgery. And at that point, I'd also been being told that my situation would become debilitating. I didn't think AS would be more than a minor inconvenience in life. And my situation after the second surgery was a situation where the doctor started to talk about retiring. I'd been blessed to work in hockey my whole life, and retiring to me was just something before age 50 I couldn't even fathom. I thought I was going to lose my battle with adversity. I had talked to our players so much about it that I thought I would be letting them down, letting my family down if I retired. Work ethic was important. Showing my kids that I had a strong work ethic was important, and overcoming those challenges. I talked about it till I was blue in the face in our locker room chats. The players could probably recite a lot of the things that I said verbatim years later because I talked about it till I was out of breath. As I talked to our team, I'd also talk to them about other things like nutrition. Told them a hot dog was the worst thing that they could put in their body. Well, I have to admit, at a baseball game, minor league baseball game, I got a hot dog. I loved it. I love a hot dog with some relish and kraut and onions, and it was great. Well, two players of mine happened to be at the game, and they came running up to me to give me a hard time about it. And I never heard the end of that hot dog story from them. That was a hot dog. And now I thought, how am I going to overcome retiring where they're thinking I'm letting them down? I tried biologics, it didn't work. Tried everything from sleeping in the back office to any sort of new medication, biologics. Either I had allergic reactions or the side effects were so bad that they took me off of them. After the second surgery, I finally heard the neurosurgeon when he said, "We can't fix your cervical spine, but we aim to make it tolerable." I didn't really understand that beforehand because in sports, you get surgery, you're fixed, you're back onto the ice or field. that didn't happen. So I felt like I was kind of losing my battle and letting everybody down when they started to talk about retirement. It was a full-time job going to the doctor's appointments and trying to manage my spine through the work day and the work week. And I was just losing that battle to the point where they said, yeah, you definitely need to retire. And I just couldn't get it in my head. I was probably at my lowest point when the rheumatologist said something to me that literally changed my life. He looked at me and said, you just have to accept that you're going to be uncomfortable for the rest of your life. And to me, that was so freeing. I was just free of thinking about adversity in the same way or challenges. I finally discovered that retirement wasn't synonymous with giving up. Rather, it was an opportunity to embrace a completely different chapter, a chapter that still had purpose and potential with life. I learned that a strong work ethic isn't just confined to a job title, but it's the values that we embody and the lessons that we learn along the way. So I embarked on a new journey, reimagining my contributions and goals and discovering new, smaller goals that may not sound all that impressive to the population at large, but to me, make all the difference in the world.